The A4 Avant. I just figured I'll take a quick video. That's the oil leaks in the front. Rusted oil pan. A lot of rusty bits, but the turbocharger codes. This is what I wanted to show. Basically, I have forceps connected to the wastegate rod that's up there, and that should be tight. However, this one, you hear that click click click, that's play in the wastegate flapper, basically a valve that's supposed to be shut when you're accelerating to make the turbo spool. So that one is leaking exhaust gases, which in turn makes the turbo spool slower. So the computer is calling for, I don't know, 5 pounds of boost when you put your throttle down, your foot down. The turbo is making only 3. Now eventually, as you accelerate and you go through the RPM range, the turbo will eventually hit that 5 pounds of boost. But because there was a big delay in time from when the computer asks for it to when the turbo is actually producing it, that's why it's setting that P0299 turbocharger under boost condition. So that was the wastegate rod test. Also, you can hear sort of like a rattlesnake noise when you shut the car down. If you listen, you'll hear like a that's again the wastegate flap rattling. Besides the front oil leak, there is also a rear oil leak, which makes this whole differential sweaty and covered in oil, and that is coming from the vacuum pump at the top of the engine. You can see it right there. There is a coolant leak at it's a heater core valve. I'm trying not to burn my hand because I drove the car, so everything is hot and I'm right next to the exhaust. But basically that black valve, you can see the white residue on it. That is dried up coolant. It's a plastic vacuum actuated valve which sits at the back of the engine, and they just leak after a while. There's more rust here, which whatever, nothing you can do about the rust. It's worst on the rear subframe. This one goes pretty much everywhere. I just wanted to show it to you because obviously it's not going to get better. The shocks are starting to rust on the bottom as well. It's quite crusty. I'm assuming this was a Utah car or maybe a East Coast car. Definitely a salt area. They use salt in the winter or some sort of corrosive mixture. Let's see. Oh, here's the sway bar rusting out as well. Again, nothing you can do about rust. It's just there, so why not document it? The upper control arms are shot. I'll just show you one side. They're all the same. See that bushing, nice and cracked. There's 2 on each side, a total of 4. Lower control arms are not quite as bad, but they do start to. Yeah, there's some coolant droplets here too. It's like right there and right there. I also noticed this car has, see all that goop there? That's from the motor mounts. This side, it's hard to get to, but you can see them leaking at the bottom. Obviously, if you do one, you would do the other one as well. But yeah, this is what this goop is right here. They are filled with a hydraulic fluid. So when they fail, they lose all their guts and it starts dripping on the subframe. This is the better one, but obviously that's the bad one. If you're gonna do one, you're gonna do both, same amount of labor. What else? Oh, it's got the factory plastic water pump. You mentioned this engine was replaced. There's an upgrade available, all metal, which is actually on this side, and the coolant that I'm seeing is on the driver's side. So it wouldn't surprise me if that pump is leaking. I'm going to do more digging around, just giving you an idea of what's going on underneath. And I'll take pictures of everything else that needs to be addressed.